All right, it is Monday, April 1st, and it's 9:45 a.m. right now. And I wrapped up my day a bit earlier. I wrapped up around 9 a.m. This morning, Pacific Standard Time. For anyone that's new here, I do live stream every day, starting at around 10 a.m. Eastern to approximately 12:30 Eastern. Sometimes I end a little earlier, closer to 12, which for me here on the West Coast is 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time to about 9:30 Pacific Standard Time. A couple things real quick. The 80% discount for any evaluation on Apex is still going on through the close of the trading session tomorrow on Tuesday. So you could use this code or any other. I appreciate it when you do use my code. There's a few people out there that have been using it, and that's really helpful. So I appreciate that. And today was a good day, 2-0. It was nothing too exciting as far as how the market was moving. But I got two solid trades, and I actually copy traded on the second account. I did an evaluation at the same time as a PA. So while I only had two trades, I had three accounts that ended positive in the green today. And this week could be an exciting week for me because while the market wasn't very exciting, my two wins for the day got me really close to passing a 50K eval, and as well as I'm getting really close to my first payout ever, which I've been, struggling with on PA2. I keep getting close and then getting a loss and getting a little further away and getting some wins under my belt again, getting close. And so again, it seems like every time I get a loss, I'm able to follow it up with a few wins in a row. And now I am officially back to my highest balance I think I've had on this account. So where are we? We're about $360 away from the goal of 52,600, and then I will be able to request a payout. So I should be able to do that in two more trades. I'm currently actually trading three contracts on this account now. I had been trading two most of the time. There was even a point where I was only trading one contract at a time for a little while there. And now I'm trading three contracts, just trying to get it done. So if I can get two more trades at three contracts each, I should be able to get over the 52,600 level and request a payout. So all I need to do is get two wins before I get one loss. If I get one loss, then I gotta, I'll get set back, and I'll get set back even a little bit more than I have been because I'm trading three contracts now. And so I'm just, can I do it? Can I get two wins before one loss on this account? That's the question. So that's what we'll be looking for in the next couple of days here, as well as evaluation 27. Now today I was considering going up to four contracts on this one, which would have passed me today on my one trade. And then I just decided, you know what? I'm not in a rush to pass this thing. And, four contracts is a little steep in terms of the risk side. So I decided to go down to two contracts since it would take me two contracts anyway if I was trading three contracts or two contracts. So I went down to two contracts today, got my win in. I'm now where are we? $66 away basically from passing that evaluation and getting another 50K PA. So this account proves to me that this strategy is working. I can build up these 50Ks enough to pass evaluations and to get payouts. So that's what this account is proving to me today. I was trying 25K evaluations and PAs. As you can see, I've got two PAs still that are 25Ks. I got one fresh 25K evaluation I still haven't traded yet. I did have two more accounts before last week that were 25Ks as well. And since I blew them up, one of them I was within one tick. If you go back last week, I was within one tick of passing it, but ended up blowing it up. After it hit my profit target limit order, it bounced off of it and then went against me, and I ended up blowing up that account. But because I've proven myself now with this account that I can make enough on a 50K to not only get a payout, but also pass evaluations, that I decided, it's better. I'm better off to just stick with the 50Ks. They're basically the same price, and have a little bit extra room on the drawdowns. instead of the 25Ks, there's just really no margin for error. And that's what I came away from when I came within one tick passing that evaluation last week, was there was just no room to play with it, and it blew up before I could really do anything. So the 50Ks, at least it gives me a little leeway if I want to try some things. You know, I have a little bit more room to maneuver instead of just blowing up the account on just, you know, one bad play. So having said all that, let's get into the trades and wrap up this video. All right, so like every other day, I started today a little bit before 7. And my stream, however, started a little late because I was looking for charts where every second entry worked for my profit target. And when I start off my day, I look for charts that are working for even more than my profit target. My kind of base level scalp is usually 11 ticks. But sometimes I try to look for charts where, well, every day I try to look for charts where I can get actually more than 11 ticks. And if the strategy is consistent those days, I have an auto stop that will lock in 10 or 11 ticks and then try to capture more as the price continues to move in my favor. Today, however, I wasn't able to find a single chart that was good for more than 11 ticks. So I looked through a whole ton of charts. Couldn't find any that I was liking. And so then I switched and started looking for charts that just for 11 ticks. And I was able to find 3 charts that were good for me for the day. And so I really just traded off of only those 3 charts. And by the time I got my stream running, once I found those charts, it was probably already like between 7:10 and 7:15, somewhere in this neighborhood here. I think maybe even a little later. I mean, maybe it was even 7:20. I forget exactly. But it did. It took me a good 15, 20 minutes to come up with the 3 charts I decided I would trade off of today. For anyone new, that is how I do my strategy. I open the chart, and then looking from the session open of the previous day, I look and see where all the second entries are, and I look to see if they would have worked for my profit target. And once I find charts that have no entries that would not have worked, that's the chart that I trade off of, and I try to find at least 3 or 4 of those, and then I'll take trades off of any of the 3 or 4 throughout my trading session. And so as you can see today, you know, I got started somewhere between, I think, up here and down here. I don't remember exactly, and wasn't in a hurry to take any trades, but just willing to take what came to me. And so my first trade was on PA2, and you can see I had a first entry, second entry. What I liked about this trade was it was right off the EMA, and it was off the previous day high, which is this yellow line. And you know, I didn't love that these 2 bars were stacked, but entered the trade, and now right away this next candle started forming against me, and I didn't love that feeling when it was closing up here. But then eventually you could see on the next bar, it finally started going down and closed my order. I got my 11 ticks, and then, you know, went much further than that. Unfortunately, not able to capitalize on more than 11 ticks, but the 11 ticks was all I was looking for today. And so because I traded with 3 contracts on PA2, I was able to make $138, and you can see my balance now at $52,239 and change. So basically 52,240. So again, 360 away from qualifying for a payout there, and basically full drawdown, a little less, but basically full drawdown there. And let's see. Then I went to trade number 2, and this one, I you know, honestly, in real time, I didn't love this trade. You can see we had a low here, which made this red dotted line, and this candle formed just above that low of the day at that point. And at this point, you know, I'm really thinking, you know, if I'm looking at things subjectively and kind of applying any kind of analysis to price action, I'm thinking we're going to close the gap. So it didn't feel great to take this trade, but it was a first entry, second entry long, and the chart was running hot. There was no losses on the day for the chart going back to Sunday's open. So I took the trade. There was enough room to the opening price, and as you can see, it did give me my scalp. Now, when I entered it, it did go against me at first and made me a little worried. but I just hung in there. I did consider as well moving my stop to the previous low swing, which was here, but I wasn't going to do it actually, because I decided, well, if it does take out and test the low, it's certainly going to go one more tick below that as well. So I just left my stop where it was supposed to be. Thankfully, it moved back up and gave me my scalp without too much trouble on the same bar as my entry bar. And I did trade this one on evaluation 27 and PA7. Both got 11 ticks. So you can see evaluation 27 got $102. And this is the account that I was saying I'd considered trading it with 4 contracts because that would have passed it today. And I just decided, you know what, I don't want to risk that much. And especially the way it turned out, taking it on this particular trade, I'm glad I didn't risk 4 contracts. It would have been more stressful. So we'll go for this tomorrow, hopefully, and try to pass it. And, you know, I should be able to keep the size down to 2 contracts, which is good, because if for any reason I do take a loss, it won't be a big loss, and I'll be able to recover it pretty reasonably. As well as I took the trade on PA7. Now this account was really close to the drawdown. I think I had like $270 at the time that I took the trade in drawdown. Now I have 150, 300, what do I have? 325 basically, it looks like. So still, I'm going to have to just slowly try to bring this account back, one trade at a time. And because I'm trading only 1 contract on it, it's going to be, you know, well, I'm only able to get 11 ticks. I'm going to be doing, you know, $50 at a time. So it's going to take quite some time to get out of it. But that's the only chance I have of reviving this account. And so I'll just have to do it slowly. I did mean to copy trade this onto my first trade as well. And I forgot to copy trade it. So that's why it was only on trade 2. But I think I am going to try my best to copy trade it onto all of my trades, or most of them, to give it its best chance of coming back and not taking, you know, months and months and months to be able to pull it off. So we'll see what I can do with that one. And, you know, I was going to trade PA6 next. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to pick up a trade on it today. Got some room on this one, so I'm still trading 2 contracts on it. What do I got? I got about $850 or so of drawdown. So, you know, it's not in terrible shape, but it is below starting balance and has quite a lot of work to do. So really would like to add this extra PA account and start working on that, because if I can get this one in the fold, then I'll start trading this account before these accounts, because again, I want to just keep working towards payout as soon as possible, and as many as soon as possible as I can. So I think that really says it for the day. Let's see here. Now, after I took my second trade, there were a couple other trades I could have taken. There was a first entry, second entry short. I skipped this one. It would have worked. As well as here, new low, first entry, second entry short. Another one I could have taken that would have worked. But because we had already been down here and it was like, it hadn't already reached the closing of the gap of the previous day's close, which is this blue line, I just decided to play it safe. Like in these situations, I never know if, okay, it came up short, is it just going to bounce the other way and go up? So because it didn't get there right here, I got messed up on a trade last week where I was so focused on the bias and thinking it was going to close the gap that I took a trade. It looked very similar to this, and that one ended up losing. It just top ticked me out. So I decided, you know what, this looks like one of those situations that might do that again. So I just decided to stay out of it. I was already happy with my day. Would have worked. That's okay. And then this one as well. Now, when this one set up, we had already closed the gap, like exactly closed the gap by the exact tick. There's one tick of stem that touches that previous day close line. And so it was just another case of like bar stacking up and feeling like, well, it already achieved the objective of closing the gap. So I just decided to play it safe and stay out of it again. Again, would have worked. And then not too long after that, there would have been a loss over here on a second entry short. That I wouldn't have taken because it would have violated my newest rule of not trading into these levels, and it would have been trading into the previous day close. So I wouldn't have taken it, but at that point I lost my chart. That was around 8:30 something. And then I hung out on a different chart, but just didn't see anything I liked. And no setups happened that was worth taking. And so that was it for the day. And not too long after I decided to wrap up my day, it was around 9 o'clock, on the remaining chart that I did have, which was this chart, it did pick up a loss. And so, I'm glad I didn't continue trading, because perhaps I would have picked up a loss there. And that's another reason why I really like the way I'm trading this system. My day ends when kind of like one of a couple different variances of things could happen. Either my day ends when I don't have any charts left that have all winning entries, because every time a chart picks up a losing entry, I stop trading it, whether I've taken the trade or not. So in this case, when this chart picked up a loss, wherever it was around this area, I think, I wouldn't have traded it anymore. So I either run out of charts and stop trading for the day, or if I trade all my accounts, I'll stop trading for the day. Or if it's between 9 and 9:30 in the morning Pacific Standard Time, and one of those two other things happened, or just it hits that time, then I'll stop trading for the day as well. So I've got like kind of multiple built-in reasons to stop trading, which is part of my risk management, and I'm just rotating accounts and locking in my profits when I get winners or losers. I lock it in and move on to the next, and just try to move forward as many accounts in the day as I can. And if I happen to take a loss, well, it's on one account, doesn't affect the other accounts, and I can still move those other accounts forward. So having said all that, let's turn all this stuff back on real quick here. So I was happy with the day. I moved forward the two accounts that I care about the most, PA2 as well as Evaluation 27, and they're both just right within striking distance of achieving their goals. And so today's a successful day for me. And it's interesting because it's not a big day. I only made combining all the accounts together 291. Obviously none of it's real money, and but PA2. I keep getting to this level and then taking a loss, but I'm really hoping now is going to be the time. It's going to be this week, right in the payout window, where 2 wins before 1 loss, and that will get me, pretty sure that will get me to a payout. So that's what I'm looking for here. 1 more win on 2 contracts here on Evaluation 27. And that will get me a new 50K PA. And just last thing to mention is, I didn't renew a couple 25K evaluations that blew up recently. I decided to cancel them and take them off my Rhythmic. And I'm just going to move forward with 50Ks from now on. So I happen to have a free a free code for any size evaluation for 1 month. And then it renews at 50%. And I won that off of another YouTube channel. So at some point, I will use that, as well as if I blew up one of these PA accounts, likely PA7 is going to blow up, more likely it's going to blow up than not, right? So if and when I blow up that account, I also get a 80% discount for 1 month from blowing up that account. So I figured, even though tomorrow, and I'll mention this, tomorrow the 80% discount ends at the close of the session. You can use this code or any other. A couple people have used the code recently, so I appreciate that. It definitely helps me out, and I appreciate anyone that decides to use that. It gets you the best code, and it helps me out as well. So it's kind of like a win-win for both of us. So I appreciate anyone that does use that. But given that I do have this free code, as well as I'll likely blow up one of the PAs and get a 80% code from that, I'm probably not going to use the 80% discount right now myself. Before tomorrow, I'll probably just play with these accounts that I currently have, and then depending on how things move forward, I'll add my free account, as well as if I happen to blow up one of these PAs anytime soon, then I'll use the 80% from that to get a new 50K account. And so there was no reason to keep those 25Ks. And I think I've said it all. 2-0 for the day. Good day. Nothing exciting, right? Small numbers. But these small numbers can lead to a $2,000 payout this week if things go well, and if I can just avoid any losses on my PA2 account. So that's what I'm looking for this week. 1 trade tomorrow, 1 trade on Wednesday, and that will get me there, and it'll be inside the payout window. And what's great is I'm right at my 1-year anniversary officially today. 1-year anniversary on Apex. I probably should have put that on my screenshot, my thumbnail, but maybe I'll do it for when I hopefully get a payout. I'm not trying to focus on it though. I've been so focused on that recently, and I was skipping trades because of this reason or that reason. And so I'm just taking the trades as they come. It helps, like on a day like today, where my first trade, which is when I'm trading PA2, sets up off of like a level that makes me even more confident. But I'm going to take the trades where they come, as I'm supposed to trade my system, and hopefully it just leads me to 2 wins in a row. And at 80%, 2 wins in a row, should happen quite frequently. So let's see how I do. We'll see if we can get there. Please like and subscribe. I appreciate everyone that's following me on my journey. If you like and subscribe to my channel, you will be able to see if I can get there. And just so close to passing a 50K eval, and so close to getting my very first payout on Apex. And I'm telling you, once I get this payout, if I can actually get it, I'm going to start kicking things into a little bit of a higher gear, and hopefully this channel will get a little bit more exciting as we see how I'm able to move forward trading the strategy. So join me, check it out, and we'll see if I can get to that promised land anytime soon. Could be this week. All right, I'm out of here. I've said it all, and I'll be back at it tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Hope you had a good trading day.